Hometown dates on The Bachelorette are meant to solidify relationships, giving the lead and contestants a rare chance to see how their worlds might truly fit together. Meeting families, sharing stories, and opening up about the future, these moments are supposed to bring clarity and confidence. But for Katie Thurston and Greg Grippo, what should have been a turning point instead marked the unraveling of a frontrunner. The pressure of the process, combined with raw emotions, set the stage for a shocking twist. Greg, who'd captured Katie's attention from night one, confessed his love during his hometown, hoping for a sign she felt the same. He poured his heart out, making himself vulnerable in front of both Katie and his family, believing this was the moment their connection would deepen. Instead, Katie's careful response, bound by the show's rules and her own uncertainty, left Greg feeling dismissed and disconnected. She tried to reassure him, but her words didn't match the intensity of his feelings. The conversation spiraled quickly, with Greg accusing Katie of being emotionally distant, and Katie stunned by his sudden change in demeanor. What started as a heartfelt moment turned into a painful confrontation neither expected. She tried to explain her position, torn between her feelings and the structure of the show, but Greg saw her restraint as a lack of real investment. The gap between them only widened as emotions ran high. The argument ended with Greg walking out, leaving Katie heartbroken and questioning everything she thought she knew about their relationship. The pain was immediate and raw. His self-elimination was one of the most dramatic in franchise history, throwing Katie's journey into chaos and leaving viewers stunned by the sudden turn of events. One moment they were sharing a hopeful day, imagining a future together. The next, Greg was gone, and Katie was left sobbing on her hotel floor, overwhelmed by heartbreak and confusion. The man she saw as a potential husband had just abandoned the journey, leaving her to pick up the pieces and question what could have been. Greg's exit forced Katie to confront the reality of the process and her own feelings. She was left to reflect on whether love can truly survive the pressures of reality TV. The season's trajectory changed in an instant, leaving everyone, contestants, viewers, and Katie herself, reeling from the fallout of Greg's departure. Sometimes the most promising love stories end in heartbreak, reminding us that even the strongest connections can be tested and sometimes broken by the search for true love. When the episode aired, viewers were divided, passionately discussing what had unfolded on screen. Some sided with Greg, while others empathized with Katie, sparking heated debates both online and in living rooms across the country. But for Katie, watching it back brought clarity she hadn't felt in the moment. Seeing the events from a new perspective, she was able to process her emotions more deeply and understand the dynamics at play. She later described Greg's behavior as gaslighting, turning the situation to make her feel at fault for not meeting his emotional needs, even when she was doing her best to communicate honestly. This realization gave her closure and validated her confusion, helping her let go of self-doubt and move forward with confidence. Meanwhile, Greg admitted years later that he deeply regretted his impulsive exit, acknowledging that his actions were driven by emotion rather than reason. He tried to return, texting producers for a second chance, hoping to make things right and explain himself, but it was too late for a reunion on the show. The show moved on, and Greg had to accept the consequences of his choices, learning a difficult lesson about timing and communication. Eventually, away from cameras and the public eye, Katie and Greg made amends, finding peace in a private conversation that allowed them to truly listen to each other. Their reconciliation allowed both to move forward, free from lingering bitterness, and to grow from the experience. Even the most dramatic reality TV moments can be resolved with time, honest reflection, and a willingness to understand each other's perspectives. Greg's exit wasn't the only emotional departure. Michael Alio, a widower and devoted father, also left before hometowns. Michael's connection with Katie was strong, but a video call with his son James changed everything. Hearing his son's sadness, Michael realized he couldn't stay while his child needed him. He explained to Katie that his decision was about family, not their relationship. "I'm leaving because my son needs his dad," he told her, voice breaking. Katie was heartbroken but understood, calling him a wonderful father. Michael's exit was selfless, born from love and responsibility, not drama. It was another major blow to Katie's journey, leaving her path to love even more uncertain. Sometimes the right choice means letting go. With Greg and Michael gone, Katie's path to the finale was anything but smooth. The emotional toll of their departures left her questioning everything, and the pressure of making the right choice weighed heavily on her mind. She was left to choose between Justin Glaze and Blake Moynes, who joined the season late but quickly formed a deep bond with her. Both men brought something different to the table, but it was Blake's sincerity and passion that stood out. In the end, Blake received Katie's final rose and proposed on a breathtaking scenic overlook in New Mexico. The moment was filled with emotion, as both realized how far they'd come together. Their engagement was a bright spot after weeks of upheaval, bringing hope and happiness to a journey marked by uncertainty and heartbreak. Katie insisted that even if Greg had stayed, her choice would have been the same. She felt confident in her decision, knowing she was following her heart. She described her relationship with Blake as easy and natural, fundamentally stronger than the volatile connection with Greg. With Blake, she felt truly seen and understood. The challenges she faced only made her more certain of what she wanted. Each obstacle clarified her feelings and priorities. Katie saw their ability to weather the storm as proof of a strong partnership. Together, they faced adversity and came out even stronger. The process tested her resilience and solidified her feelings for Blake. She emerged from the experience with a deeper understanding of herself and what she truly needed in a partner. Their engagement was a testament to finding clarity through chaos, and a reminder that love can flourish even in the most unexpected circumstances. Reflecting on her journey, Katie Thurston maintained she had no regrets. Every heartbreak and challenge led her to growth and self-discovery. Her confrontation with Greg sparked important conversations about emotional manipulation and healthy communication. Even though her engagement to Blake ended months later, Katie stood by her experience. She learned to trust her instincts and prioritize her well-being. The show forged a stronger, more self-aware version of herself. Katie's season is remembered for its raw emotion and refusal to follow a predictable script. Her story proves that every twist on the path to love holds a lesson for those brave enough to take the ride.